The mystery of the cat. And you know, they are mysterious. Although they're so familiar to us, we don't know much about them.
Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, but while millions of guests walk through its gates each year, few realize that the park has some unexpected yet essential residents. Hiding in the shadows, behind attractions, and among the foliage are the secret protectors of Disneyland: cats. These are not your Aristocats or Cheshire cats. Disneyland is home to a thriving population of feral cats, and their presence dates back to the early days of the park. But why are they here, and how do they fit into the Disneyland magic? Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story behind Disneyland's feline residents. Disney's love for cats goes all the way back to the early animation days. One of the first memorable feline characters was Figaro from Pinocchio. Then came Lucifer, the mischievous cat from Cinderella, and we also have some problematic cats.
We are Siamese, if you please.
The story of Disneyland's cats begin not long after the park opened in 1955. As Disneyland expanded, so did its challenges. One that was an increasing rodent population. But there was a solution. Cats began to take up residence inside the park, drawn to the food sources and shelter provided by Disneyland's many structures. As the story goes, Walt Disney and his team of Imagineers went into Sleeping Beauty Castle as part of their planning for the future walkthrough attraction. Once inside, they were greeted by a feral cat colony who had made their home inside the castle. The cats had brought in another big problem: fleas. In order to protect the cats and as a bit of a goodwill to the public, the cats were adopted by the park and made official cast members. Today, the Disneyland cats are more than just adorable park dwellers. They serve an unofficial yet crucial role of natural pest control. Disney embraced their feline residents, allowing them to keep the rodent population in check, ensuring that Mickey Mouse and his friends remain the only rodents within the park. There are now over 200 feral cats that roam the park today. Since they're feral, most of the cats keep their distance from the visitors, preferring to hunt at night when the park is empty. However, there have been different cats over the years who have become local favorites due to their friendliness and frequent sightings. So, where do these mysterious cats hide during the day? If you look carefully, you might spot them lounging in some well-known Disneyland locations. Popular cat hangouts include lush landscaping of the Haunted Mansion, the quiet pathways of Grizzly Peak at Disney California Adventure, or even near the hotels. But one of the most famous feline hotspots is the abandoned old station at the Disneyland Railroad at New Orleans Square. Over time, Disneyland's relationship with these cats became more structured. Rather than treating them as a nuisance, Disney implemented a program to ensure their well-being. The park provides feeding stations throughout the property, monitored by cast members and veterinarians. These feeding areas help manage the cat's diet while keeping them healthy enough to continue the natural rodent control duty. To prevent overpopulation, Disney does participate in a trap and neuter program. This humane method ensures that the cat population remains stable without uncontrolled breeding. If there are kittens found within the park, they are often placed into adoption programs where they find loving homes outside Disneyland, but usually with Disneyland cast members. If a Disneyland cat gets too comfortable with the park guests, they get adopted out to a loving home as well. Over the years, some Disneyland cats have gained celebrity status among fans. One of the most famous is Francisco, a tortoiseshell cat often spotted near Grizzly Peak. Snickers is another cat who hangs out in that same area. Then there's Nutmeg, an orange cat who enjoyed sunbathing in the gardens of the Magic Key Terrace. She even had a secret drink named after her. Sadly, Nutmeg passed away in May of 2023. Guests have even created Instagram accounts dedicated specifically to these elusive Disney felines. Even Ryan Gosling is fascinated by these Disneyland cats.
I live on the outskirts of the park, you know? And at night, when they close the park under the cover of darkness, these cats ascend into the park and they eat all the mice.
Cats are great at getting mice, so maybe that's true. I don't know.
Which is what I love about Disney, because that's because they're so weird and they think of everything.
So how can you increase your chances of spotting a Disneyland cat? The best times to see them are in the early morning or late evening when the park is less crowded. Keep an eye on areas with thick vegetation, under park benches, or even around the outskirts of major attractions. But remember, while they may be adorable, they're still feral cats, so admire them from a distance. The next time you visit Disneyland, take a moment to appreciate the hidden caretakers, the feral cats that keep the park clean and rodent-free. They may be a secret to many, but for those who know, they're as part of Disneyland's magic as Sleeping Beauty Castle itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Disneyland's hidden world of feral cats, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating Disney theme park history. With Disneyland celebrating its 70th anniversary this year, we will be delving into more interesting topics surrounding the park's history leading up to July 17th of this year. Thank you so much for watching, and see you real soon.